It's been interesting following the evolution of the Harley-Davidson FLHR Road King over the past few model years. The 11 is the third example that I've been fortunate enough to land in my shed for an extended test ride, and the bikes really have improved over the period I've been observing them. Some people don't get the roadie, those that want a hard case sports tourer with 130 plus horsepower and an emphasis on sports, for example. They will probably be disappointed with its performance. But people like me who fancy a machine that they can ride all day in comfort and style, sticking at around about the speed limit, they'll love it. I could ride the wheels off the 2011 edition. In fact, I didn't do a bad job on the press bike. Yeah, it still shakes like a paint mixer at idle, but once underway it has a lovely feel to the engine and it needs some rider input to really get it trucking along. You have to ride the machine, just not sit on it and idle at the speed limit like so many modern bikes. I found it's a rewarding and pleasurable experience to do so. I got in a weekend up country, did some day rides with the editor, and generally fluffed around town with the co-pilot, and I had a ball every time I rode the bike. You know, it just makes me feel good. I don't care what the pundits on the net that push that chrome don't get you home line. I loved watching the world go by in the chrome dome headlight reflections. The main differences from the model we first tested in Kiwi Rider are the touring chassis introduced in 2008, the 103 cubic inch engine, and now standard ABS on all Harley touring rigs. The air-cooled twin-cam 103 cubic inch engine has a displacement of 1690cc via a bore and stroke of 98.4mm by 111.1mm. As usual, Harley don't claim a horsepower figure, but I'd guesstimate it's in the 70 to mid-70s sort of range. More important, Harley claim, is the torque figure of 134 Nm at 3,500 RPM. Either way, I found it really delightful to punt along on the open road. Ground clearance is good for a Harley, and I only hit the floorboards down on the deck a few times during the whole test. I could easily have got them down more than I did, but that would defeat the purpose of the bike and what it's all about, comfort and style and being comfortable around the speed limit thing. In some ways, the bike is a cross between a tourer and a cruiser. Either way, you get a 2-for-1 in the package. Take the windscreen off, which takes about 5 seconds to remove or replace, and it becomes a delightful around town and day ride cruise machine. It's a big bike, so lane splits aren't its forte, but it has a real presence when on the cruise. You put the large screen back on, fill the hard bags with kit, and engage the cruise control, and it's a machine I could ride for days on end, in good comfort and with much enjoyment. Co-pilot would need a backrest of some description to join me, due to the relatively high passenger footboards and the slope of the seat, but once fitted she would class it in the highest passenger comfort category too. I really liked its road manners. I like the way it handles, the same with all the touring chassis model Harleys for that matter, and the way the ABS can be operated comfortably with one Big Dave sized digit. Overall, what I liked best about it was that riding it just made me feel good.